What is up, everybody? My name is Justin French, covering music for those who care, and right now taking a look at the new album from 30 Seconds to Mars called the new album. So yeah, let me go ahead and what was that? America. Okay, so I got the title wrong. It's called America. Alright, so here's the sitch. So I'm gonna be out of town for most of the day tomorrow, so I'm not really gonna get a good chance to really review this thing all in full. So what I'm planning on doing is, like my Escape the Fate album review, for anyone that has seen that, I'm gonna review half the video in my car, give you all my thoughts on the information so far, and also the singles that we've heard so far, and then I'll review the rest of the album whenever I get back home on Friday night. In case you didn't know, I'm filming this on Thursday. So just thought I'd give a disclaimer. I'm sorry that, you know, it's not its usual spot, but hey, just thought I'd give you a little warning. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the information, how I kind of got into 30 Seconds to Mars, what I think of them right now, and along with the singles. But if you want to skip to what I thought of the rest of the album, I'll put a time code probably right over here. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into this review. So 30 Seconds to Mars is Jared Leto's band. He's acted in a bunch of movies such as American Psycho, Dallas Buyers Club, and even played the Joker in Suicide Squad. And he pretty much formed this band, and they've put out, at this point, 5 records. Their first one was kind of more alternative, progressive, kind of spacier than the rest of the albums. And then we got A Beautiful Lie, which is my personal favorite, and kind of had a bit more kind of emo influence in it, I would say, at least. And then we got This Is War back in 2009, and this was around the time they were having trouble with a record label. And it kind of started the more electronic turn that the band has pretty much been taking since that record. And I heard Love, Lust, Faith, and Dreams whenever it came out, but I'm gonna say it was a bit of a disappointment in my opinion. I just didn't really find it very interesting. But whenever I listened to Walk on Water for the first time on this record, kind of gave me hope back in August. I thought, you know, this could probably rebound from that record. So here we are in April. America has been released. What are my thoughts on this album? So the first single that we got from this record was Walk on Water back in August, and this was around the time that I was actually starting college. And I have to say, I thought the song was pretty nice. Now, I know there were a bunch of fans that were very divisive amongst the sound of this one. Some fans praising the electronic sound, some wanting a alternative rock form to kind of come back from, like, the self-titled, A Beautiful Lie, maybe even This Is War in places. But I thought it was a nice refresher and kind of a nice step forward for what to expect for this record. Now, the song seems to tackle about what's going on in the politics, and I think the song does it justice. I like the chorus line. It's a bit catchier, and the song just feels a bit more kind of epic in my opinion. Especially adding that choir in there. Nice touch. I like the electronic drums that they're using in the chorus line. They make it feel a bit more boombastic. And I have to say, Jared Leto's vocal delivery on this song sounds really nice. And then the singles go downhill from here. Next song we got was actually at the beginning of the year. This was around January. We got Dangerous Night. And this track, for those of you who didn't know, was produced by Zedd. Yes, the Zedd that's known for songs like Stay the Night and Clarity. And this song only needs 2 words for it. Bland and boring. That's all I gotta say about it. Next one is one that I actually did a track review of for One Track Mind, for those of you who want to see it. But for those of you who don't want to watch it and don't want to waste your time by clicking that video, I'll go ahead and sum it up in a few sentences. This song is a lame attempt for 30 Seconds to Mars to try to be mainstream by using a dumb trap beat, a feeling of epicness which fails miserably, wasted potential on A$AP Rocky, watered down auto-tune, Jared Leto sounding boring in the vocal delivery, and even though there's a nice guitar line near the end of the song, it doesn't make up for how bad it is. One of the worst on the album. That was a lot. So I was losing a bit of faith no pun intended, after listening to those two songs. But the last one that they released really surprised me by how good I actually enjoyed it. And that was Rescue Me. And Rescue Me is probably the poppiest single we've gotten between the 4 that have already been released. But it's really catchy too. I just love that Rescue Me line, and then it goes into this electronic drop. And then again, I like the electronic flow of this song. I love the guitar lines that play in the verses. The drums are really booming, and the lyrics, they're actually pretty good. Now that the singles are out of the way, what did I think of the rest of the album? So, take back what I said about wait until tomorrow night, as I actually got a chance to listen to this album and the album that I'm reviewing as well, both kind of at the same time almost. I kind of gave both of them respective amount of listens. So anyways, let's get back into my thoughts. So, yeah. You know how I said that Love, Lust, Faith, and Dreams felt like a disappointment, in my opinion? Well, look at it this way. At least that record wasn't as messy or as very drowned out in its sound than this record is. Oh my god. You know that little album cover generator that the band has let the fans kind of play around with? Well, I kind of made up my own. You be the judge of it. Now, I'm not going to say that this thing is terrible, because it is not. It is not a terrible record. Far from it. Just a bit disappointing. However, if there was one thing I did have to compliment them on for this record, is that they're really stepping out of their comfort zone on this thing. I think this is probably the most electronic you're going to find 30 Seconds to Mars at their game. But at the same time, this is a record where I feel like the band is trying to go all big on the whole kind of epic feeling, but it just really doesn't do it very justice, in my opinion. Some of those moments that I would like to use as examples are tracks like Monolith, which is only like about 1 minute and 30 seconds, but man, that's a really nice kind of interlude into the next track, which I'll get to later, which is Love is Madness featuring Halsey. But it feels really more kind of industrial sounding than the rest of the album. And then you have other cuts like Hail to the Victor, which I'm kind of half and half on. And the reason why I am half is because I actually really enjoy the lyrical content on that song. It really fits more the theme of the title of the record, which is going more political, honestly. At least that's what I got. And then you have 2 back-to-back songs, which are probably my favorites. Remedy especially, which doesn't feature Jared on vocals from what I hear. I think it's Shannon, if I'm not mistaken. If not, then I believe Tomo. But man, I think that song just really has more of the heart and soul on this record than majority of the tracks on here. And whoever was singing on this record sounded really nice, and I love the guitar work on this song. And I like the fact that Jared kind of took a backseat from the spotlight and gave it to one of the other members. And Live Like a Dream, I really dig that one. It feels a bit more epic and kind of dreamy a little bit. And then you have the other cuts on the rest of the record that are just... no. The other cuts on here that just really are either boring or just really make you shake your head are tracks like Love is Madness featuring Halsey. I just hate the hell out of this song. The electronic sound on this song just feels like something I'd hear on the Top 40 station, and the song is drenched in auto-tune, even Halsey. And for some reason, I do expect seeing this as a single just because of the names that are on the song. It'll probably be on your Top 40 stations sooner or later. Great Wide Open, I expected a bit bigger out of that song. And while it has nice atmosphere, it just... I don't like the kind of oh kind of in the background. It just takes away from the epic feeling to that track. Now again, Hail to the Victor, I did say I was half and half on because musically, it's okay. Dawn Will Rise, I don't really remember much from that track, honestly. And then you have Rider, which is the ending track, and it just kind of leaves on a boring kind of ending note. And then also Dangerous Night and One Track Mind, you know what my thoughts on those songs are. So overall, this was a really anticipated record, for me at least, of 2018, but listening to it now, this thing really let me down. I like the fact that they're kind of doing their own thing now, and that's great. They're on Interscope Records, which is their first release since they've been released from Virgin. And there are some songs that I definitely will be going back to from this record. However, this is just a very electronic mess that's drowned out by auto-tune. And then you have the epic atmosphere that this band tries to build, but whenever it keeps going, it fails in my opinion. And you know the certain songs that I kind of talked about with that. So overall, very disappointing. My rating on this, I'd give it maybe strong 4, maybe light 5 out of 10. But anyways, what are your thoughts on America? Definitely comment in the comment section down below. And anyways, y'all, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you all for watching this video. As always, thanks to Infinity on Hannah for these awesome designs. If you want to subscribe to my channel, you can click right over there to catch up on more content on this channel. If you want to see a previous video that I did, you can click right over there to see that video. And if you want to follow any of my social media links, they are linked down at the bottom. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you soon.